In the far-off future year of 1902, our steampunk world will run on the greatest of all inventions, the Dynamo. There are 3 possible games you can play with your Dynamo, but try adding, bending, or breaking the rules to come up with games of your own. When Dynamo power is scarce, you must fight to keep the lights on. The goal is simple: keep your Dynamo alive and operational as long as possible. Distribute 1 Dynamo blink to each player. To differentiate which Dynamo belongs to who, double-click your Dynamo to change its color. Each player should have their own color. Players then place their Dynamos on a table or other flat surface, keeping their hand on their Dynamo at all times. For a more intense game, you can also try playing without a flat surface. All players begin the game at the same time by activating their Dynamos with a single click. When you activate a Dynamo, it will flash white, then begin to fade down. Keep clicking every few seconds to keep it alive. If you don't click in time, you'll see the Dynamo burn out with a quick burst. If your Dynamo dies, you're knocked out of the round. To win, you must distract, tempt, bargain, and befuddle your opponents. If you can cause them to neglect their Dynamo for long enough, they'll be knocked out. The winner of the round is the last player to keep their Dynamo alive and operational. After all Dynamo have died, they can be reset for the next round with a double click. You are a street performer, and juggling dynamos is your bread and butter. Try to keep as many of your dynamos lit as you can without dropping one. Gather your dynamo blinks together into a group. Make sure they are all in ready state. If one of your dynamos is dead, you can double-click it to reset it. For an added challenge, you can play with a friend. Start with 1 dynamo, then have your friend pass you additional dynamos while you play. Start the round by single pressing any dynamo and continually pressing it to keep it alive. When you've mastered 1 dynamo, add a second one and keep both active. Continue to add more dynamos to the game as you play, pressing them to keep them alive. The game ends when you lose your rhythm and one of your dynamos dies. Challenge yourself to juggle as many as possible for as long as you can. Electron Drift is a hot potato meets egg toss style game for 2 or more players using dynamo blinks. Pass dynamos back and forth and keep the current flowing. Players should sit around a table all across from each other and give 1 dynamo blink to the starting player. The starting player single presses their dynamo to start the game. Then they pass the fading dynamo either to the player next to them or across from them. That player must catch the dynamo and click it to keep it alive before passing it again. Players continue to pass the dynamo back and forth until it dies. The player responsible for letting the dynamo die is eliminated from the game. The player nearest to the knocked out player may pick up the dynamo, reset the charge with a double click, and pass it along to continue the game. The game ends when only 1 player is left standing. The last player to keep the dynamo alive is the winner.